Got my water and had a Chinese. Dum 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 dum. So, we ended last video with a win. Our first win in quite a number of matches. Let's see if that winning form continues. Yeah, we won one game. It's not exactly form. It's just a... Well, you'll see. You'll see how we get on. As we carry on. Completing the Pentagon! So last time round, we capped it off with a 2-1 win against Valor FC as Halifax United. Halifax Wanderers finally getting a win and looking like they're coming into their own now. And the results carried on being poor. We lost more again. We start off with the match against Pacific FC away, where we lost 2-1 to Pacific FC. Although we performed better than we had previously. We had 17 shots, 5 on target, compared to probably the last video where we had not many. 64% of our passes completed, so that's generally the average for this season. 46% of the possession is still better than what we have had, but it's still not brilliant. Karim Sao had a fantastic game. No, he didn't. He sucked. He was a rating of 5.8. Fernandez, Fillion getting in the 7s. Triple L getting a goal. Canada getting a nice little assist there. Nuja came on, Campagna came on, and Daniels came on to really no effect to pull us back. We dropped 2 goals before pulling one back from Triple L. It's still not good, is it? This 4-4-2 formation is doing better than the 5-2-3, but it's still not good. So let's watch the goals. Let's have a look as Ville goes to that guy. Then we got Hurd, crosses it over to Daniels. Slots it in for a Pacific 1-0. Lamorth just runs into the box. Geraldo was nowhere to be seen, and he just fires it across goal. Here's the good goal. Canada heading it through to Triple L, who blasts it through Rodriguez Lissier to make it 2-1. But again, just shoddy defending. The defending is not stable enough. It's just not secure. It's just that there's no defending. They're far too quick to just let people run through them. Let's be honest, this is me, so I didn't really change anything for the next match against York United. We lost 3-1. Again, we went back to shoddy attacking. 6 shots, 3 on target, to their 27-10. Passes completed was better, 72% with 45% possession. We took the lead through Aiden Daniels, which was fantastic, although Baboui had a penalty miss. It was brilliantly saved by Jan Fillion, although Wright, Gagnon the pair, and then Wright again did get goals to make it 3-1. It was a bit of a rout in the second half there. As you can see from the XG table, you can see the first half was relatively quiet. Second half, York United just started to smash us, let's be honest. Yeah, everybody was just again, it was Rampersad and Fillion that kept us in the game for a large amount of time in that first half and going into the second half. Geraldo came on, didn't really do anything. Ferran came on, didn't really do anything. Triple L came on, and despite the last match, didn't really do anything. Let's watch the goals. We had Canada through to Theo Colom, crossed it through to Daniels. Daniels with a nice run on the left. Giansopoulos didn't stand a chance with that strike, making it 1-0 to us. Alou with the corner, right with the near post header, getting it to 1-1. Baboui through to Gagnon Lepere. Fillion made the save, but nobody picked it up. Oh, Mohamed Omar should have really got to that, if I'm totally honest. And then Dos Santos to right flicked it over Fillion. It was a bit of a cheeky goal. Kind of well deserved, I'll be honest. That cheeky goal. We went backwards after the last, after the win in the last episode. We've kind of gone backwards again, which is not cool. So then Forge, the leaders of the Canadian Premier League, came to the Halifax Wanderers Stadium. Can't remember what it's called, but I'll figure it out, I'll find out. And we performed much better. We actually pushed them a little bit, to be honest. They took the lead through Jordan Hamilton. Theo Colom got a goal back. Timo Borges, however, getting a 56th minute goal. We could then just not break through. We had much better shots in the last match. Our passes was much better, probably than it has been all season. Again, we are giving possession away and not holding on to the possession. It's a counter-attacking tactic that's... It should work, but it's not, if I'm totally honest. Caligari, Timoteo and Colom being standout performers in that match. Geraldo came on, obviously, to have a fantastic game there. Varane and Canada didn't really do too much, but as you can see from the XG, we should have been really all over it. If I'm totally honest, we should have been all over Forge FC, and it was a much better performance, as you will see from the goals. Morgan on the left to Borges, Sissoko showing, yeah, and then Hamilton flicked it over into the top left-hand corner from outside of the box. Timoteo cut inside, he threaded it through to Colom. Colom with a nice lofty shot over whatever his name was, to make it 1-1, and then Boakai on the right to Borges. Borges with a left-footed screamer into the back of the net made it 2-0. I was much more impressed with this match. We were close. We were definitely pulling it. We were definitely doing much better. But there's still work to be done. Work that I thought we were on a building block. With only losing 2-1 to league leaders, we went to Cavalry, and again we performed okay. 12 shots, although 2 on target. That's still not brilliant. A 1-1 draw with Samuel Salter, who's back in the squad. I'll explain a little bit of that in a second. Coming in and scoring a goal. Musa equalised in the Noise 69th minute. Samuel Salter coming and playing on the right-hand side. Karim Sao came on for a decent match, or decent second half. Caligari came on, he was okay, and Ferran obviously came on as well. It's a 1-1 draw, so nice quick goals, and I'll tell you then why Samuel Salter is back into the squad after I deregistered him at the end of the last transfer window. It was Omar on the left, Canada on the left, a nice crossover to Salter at the back post, headed it in past Carducci. Camargo, Verhoeven, a nice small cross. Campagna should have cleared it, but he didn't. He knocked it back into Musa's path, and that was 1-1. That was what they wrote. Much better performance. Samuel Salter coming in, doing bits. Because as you can see on the right-hand side here, João Morelli, our supposed star striker, who didn't really want to be here this season, who also was injured for most of the season, has gone on loan to this team, YPI, in the Brazilian Serie C. He has gone to the 3rd division of Brazilian football, and if I'm totally honest, nobody understands quite why. He has had 3 appearances, no goals, and has an average rating of 6.53. Whereas at least if he was with us, he would have done much better. Although he was at Fleetwood for a little while. I did not know that. João Morelli, no appearances for Fleetwood. He was also at Middlesbrough. Oh, no appearances for Middlesbrough either. But then, after pushing them so close, or at home, we went away to Forge FC and we lost 2-0 again. Fantastic. Our regular inconsistencies in shootings have done us proud once again, with 8 shots, 4 on target, 72% passes completed. We only had nearly 40% of the possession, so not decent. Welshman and Hamilton got the goals this time around in the 70th and 77th minute. Everybody having normal-ish games except for Fernandez, who blew it out the park. It could have been a lot more from Forge, and they were attacking a lot of us down the left-hand side. So Zachary Fernandez doing bits to stop that scoreline from inflating too much. Let's have a look at the Forge goals. As we see Ferrazzo letting Boakai go. It was a bit of a scrappy defence from Loffrey to allow Welshman to slot it in on the left-hand side. A through ball from Boakai to Hamilton. Boakai is being a bit of a pain for us this season with all these lovely little assists. And in fact, actually, that's what we'll go and do. We'll go and have a look at the stats for this season. So let's first off look at how many goals are in the Canadian Premier League. Forge are forging ahead. See what I did there. 43 goals. Cavalry in second with 32. We are all the way down with 13 goals in 20 matches. Yay! We have scored none from corners either. That's not good. Although we are joint second, we are joint second with the amount of games that we have lost, with only Valur ahead of us with 5 losses out of 21 matches. So technically we've lost more. Even though we're on 5, we've played less matches. Yeah. Figure that one out. Most assists in the league, you can see Hansen Boakai with 10 assists, completed key passes 53, a passing completion rate of 78% in 20 appearances for Forge. David Choinière behind him with 8 assists in 18 matches. 8 assists in 18 matches, although he's now injured, so he's no longer going to be too much of an issue. Canada is in the top 8. 4 assists with 4 in 16 matches, 11 key passes, 73% of his passes completed, so that's a positive. Other stats, distance covered, Riley Ferrazzo is at the top there. He has covered 157.89 miles. Nobody works harder than Riley Ferrazzo. Either that or they're just running around him and he's having to run backwards and forwards. Games lost, however, we basically dominate. Yeah, we basically dominate the top 13, 14 spaces. In fact, top 20, actually, with 15 games lost this season. But where does that put us in the Canadian Premier League, I hear you ask? Well, we're still bottom. We are now 11 points off of 7th place. Vancouver FC, Atletico Ottawa, really screaming up the table to 5th place. Forge are still ahead with 48 points out of 21 matches. We have lost 15, drawn 3 and won only 2 of our matches. Our form is terrible. We are on a negative goal difference, 26 minus 26. And I don't think my job is going to be that secure for too much longer, because if we look at job security, just here, as you can see, is me. Oh, my face is in the way. As you can see just here, Halifax Wanderers, a 2-star club rating in the Canadian Premier League. I'm currently insecure. I am not precarious like Iran's national manager, Ricardo Lavol, who I could take over. That could be interesting. I am not very insecure like NAU and Brian Schmetzer, who is the USA manager. He is actually the USA manager now. Oh, well. There we go. But other notable insecure managers, Rafael Palladino of Monza. That's it. That's basically it. Although if I'm looking for a new job, Brazil and Argentina looks to be the place to go, with many of their teams looking for new managers halfway through the season. Argentina are in the same position. I could go to Unionistas in the Spanish Second Federation Group 5. Do I want to sink myself that low? I don't think so. But there's I don't know what I'm going to do. The tactic has also slightly been tweaked because the counter-attacking football was not working. The 5-2-3 was not working. So I'm sticking with the 4-4-2 because we know the formation. And I've changed to, yes, you will see it there, the custom Gegenpress. I am changing to a Gegenpress. I am submitting to the meta, as some may say. We'll see how that works in the next 5 matches. All in all, another devastating video. It's still not looking good, and I've now tweaked something to try and see if it works, and if it works then fantastic, but is it honestly going to save the Halifax Wanderers FC season? I don't think it will. I think I've got a lot of work cut out for me, and this is going to be a bit of a challenge. And of course I'm just going to keep this save going, so, you know, even if we do get sacked and I have to move to a different club and they're clearly not as good as Halifax Wanderers, it will just be the title of the series that changes. Yeah, we'll just move on from Completing the Pentagon to, I don't know, Fighting for My Life. If you like this video, thanks ever so much for watching. Give it a little bit of a thumbs up if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. I will be back next week with the next 5 matches, the next update in the Canadian Premier League. Humbling, I suppose, for Halifax Wanderers. In the meantime, if you can't be good, go and be dastardly, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much, take care, and good night.